Oh, that's right. We're in the middle of a combat. I actually forgot about that. So we're right at the start of a mission. I definitely forgot about that. All right. Well, I remember what mission it is. And this is going to be a tricky one for sure. I'm not we'll see how we can pull it off, I mean. But I think the opener here is we be very aggressive towards this initial lance. I'm probably going to keep the trebuchet a little bit back because we know there's going to be reinforcements that are going to come in somewhere around here, I believe. Unless they've changed this. They may have rebalanced this since last I played it. So if that's the case, well, that's what it is what it is. Let's go ahead and just sprint on up. It just goes. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn the audio back on. Hold on 1 second. Settings. Audio. Yeah, I had that off for the music. There we go. Good, I catch that early rather than later. All right.
Yes, Commander.
Can we get further with the jump jets? Not really. Again, I think getting up here and being very aggressive is the best way to go. These guys are going to more or less ignore me on the at least initially. Okay, so the trebuchet we do kind of want to have come over this way, so I will use jump jets.
Up high.
There we are. And you are going to sprint down probably as close as we can get. Alright. So they'll initially ignore me. Kind of the strategy here is to divert their attention away from the buildings. They might not actually be able to see the buildings right away, which is kind of a problem. So I'm going to be very aggressive here with Stargazer. More aggressive than I normally would be. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the wood here. And we'll just open up on this commando. Our small lasers should hit them pretty well. So we do have, what do we got? A Thunderbolt. Thankfully, they have half armor. I'm not sure if that was the case other times I played this mission, but I think the reinforcements will come in with full armor, which will make it a little bit more difficult.
Acknowledge.
Okay, good, excellent. That's Commander 2D, so I believe we did wipe out some weapons with that attack, which is nice. I hope to be able to follow up and kill that guy, because if he's giving vision... Oh, it's a crab. Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. That may be a problem. So we have to kill the commander now because it's giving vision to the building. So this Thunderbolt will be able to just open up on that. And we really don't want that to happen. So let's start with the... Okay. Well, this pilot is not going to be all that skilled. So that is a little bit of a problem.
Commander?
What can we do here? That's not technically that bad of a shot. I do not have a precision strike, but maybe just by continuing to hit this guy pretty good. You know what? I think I might get even more aggressive here. Oh, okay. That actually doesn't help. Alright, never mind then. Let's just get in here, because it was much better accuracy from here. Probably because of the height. You do get bonuses for being up on train. Not a whole lot of hit points here, so we can get some good damage.
This should be good.
We're not hitting them where we need to. There we go. There goes the vision. So now we don't really have to worry too much about this Thunderbolt. I don't think. I'm really hoping the crab cannot see these buildings. There's a couple different strategies we could use here. We could be very aggressive. I could take the Hatchetman and the Shadowhawk and just hit the Thunderbolt while it has not moved yet, and hope to do massive damage to it before it gets into cover and really has a lot of damage reduction and things.
Hey there.
So we can jump to here. 90% and 80% across the board. That seems pretty damn good. I think we're going to go with that strategy because we're going to try and be very aggressive here. We've got good evasion, so I'm not too worried about it.
Roger.
Okay. Unfortunately, the Hatchetman does not do a lot of damage. Alright, so let's do... I didn't really look at the objectives, but let's just see. Defend the fortified mech bay, so that's our main one. We have 7 turns to do that in. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's 7 buildings. Oh, did it not... It didn't used to tell you how many buildings you had, did it? Maybe it did. I don't really remember. But 3 must survive. 9 rounds to do that. And then we have to defend all target buildings. That's probably not going to happen. And to destroy the Liao Vanguard, which is these guys, which we're going to, of course, try and do.
Waiting for orders.
So I am going to maintain my attack here. I'm not getting a whole lot of evasion. The point where we're going to have to jump if we want to be aggressive here, though. Oh, there's much better evasion there. All right, good. I'm going to use precision strike here to get better accuracy. Maybe we can knock out some weapon systems. All right, where do we have weapon systems? Ooh, we might even get the kill if we get a lot of damage in that center torso. A lot of medium lasers in this right torso section. Ooh. Oh, no, wait, I misread that. It's the other torso section, left torso. Not really anything of consequence there. Large laser we would take out. I think we just go for the try for the kill. In theory, if we get a lot of damage in here, which I don't think we'll pull off, but we'll go for it.
Cry havoc.
Ooh.
Enemy down.
He died. There you go. Ammo explosion. I think he did have 2 things of ammo in that location, so that works out. Crab will be able to go again, which is a little bit of a problem for me.
Good to go.
I'm gonna have to jump again. I'm not sure if I can really manage this from a heat scale standpoint. We could jump, go in there, precision strike him, which would knock him down. Initiative. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best case for us. And eliminate a lot of his follow-up. If I get in behind him, I would, but I don't think I have enough movement to do that. So, yeah, we're just gonna get in here.
Firing jump.
Again, I think the key to this one is just be aggressive as you possibly can. We're just gonna go after the right torso.
Affirmative.
Okay. Might be able to get in behind him with a couple of these mechs. Let's start off with Lawyer.
Waiting for orders.
Lawyer will probably not be able to get any medium lasers in there, but we can at least get... I'm going to kind of set up for the reinforcements potentially as well. Get these LRMs off. Get his evasion down.
Roger. Target
Also, this will do
confirmed.
full damage. This is only one weapon, and we have breaching shot. Good. All right.
Commander.
Freak, can you jump in behind? You sure can. If I have you jump in behind... Yeah. You're kind of slow, so I don't know if I want you to jump too aggressively here, but I think this is the right move. Let's jump here. You
Got it,
are
Commander.
kind of a... Oh, this is the Shadowhawk. Whoops. I was actually wanting the hatchet man. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Open fire.
Bon appetit.
Okay, not as much damage as I'd like, but
The Cobra strikes. Waiting for orders.
we're trying to knock this guy out. Okay, I cannot get a follow-up here as much as I'd like. We could do a death from above, 70% chance to hit. It only does 110? That's kind of weird. Do we attack from the same side? Let's actually take a look at this guy. See where he's at from a damage standpoint. The very damaged in the rear section. The right torso is fairly heavily damaged, so we want to jump to this side if we want to take advantage of that. I think it's pretty unlikely we get a kill here, so I think we just jump and try and get what damage we can.
Acknowledged.
Kind of misread that situation. Oh well.
All weapons are go.
But I've been able to get another rear strike on this guy, he'd be dead.
Now that hit something good.
So my goal there was just to somewhat distract him. Alright. Ideally, we don't really want our hatchetman getting damaged because it has very little armor, but...
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Okay. So the reinforcement's going to start over there. Alright. So Stargazer's in a pretty good position here, maybe to finish this guy off. We can walk into a rear strike, which is what we want, I think. So we'll go for that. 90% chance to hit, I think, is good enough. Yeah, you have very little health in a lot of these sections. We might not get the kill, though. Is it worth burning a precision strike here? I think it is. Because if we don't get the kill, we'd want to follow up. We go center torso to try and get the kill.
Roger that.
If we get focus damage, he'll die. Good, perfect. Might as well get the kill.
Enemy down.
Okay, so we got that lance down. These guys might take them a little while to get into vision. They haven't moved yet, though, so this is one of those situations where I could be very aggressive. This guy is not in cover and has not moved. So we could move to attack him. The question is, from a heat standpoint, would we get away with that? Maybe not. Okay, you have a direct line of sight. But he does not have multi-targets, so we cannot divert too many of them. But we could at least hit this guy before he gets a chance to go. So I would like to do that. And the Hatchman, I think, from a heat standpoint, is probably the one more likely to pull that off. So they've got a Wolverine, a Vindicator, and a Trebuchet. Oh, and they're all much reduced armor. A Trebuchet is a little bit of a problem. But we got to hit the Wolverine here because it's the ideal one for us to hit. So let's open up.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Okay. That should divert the Wolverine. Hopefully the Wolverine's the next one to go. What else is going here? There's no reinforcements over here, otherwise we'd see them on the sensors. So there's something we can't see. Maybe over here? I seem to remember there being stuff dropping in over there. Okay.
I'm receiving you.
Let's move with what we
Standing by.
can hit with first. Again, I'm going to stay over here because I'm fairly certain that the reinforcements do come in here, and we're not going to have a lot of opportunity to deal with them. Only a 70% chance to hit, though. Do we jump trying to get closer? Because if we get them in within sensor range, it'd be much easier to hit, and we'd be hitting the same side, which I kind of like that idea as well. Alright, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive
Copy
here.
that, Commander.
Possibly opening, if they do still do the reinforcements over here, possibly opening us up there. So far, this is going decently enough.
Acknowledge.
Okay, we got his leg down, so he'll drop and have lost
Critical
initiative.
hit.
Good. So far, again, it is going well. Fairly good chance of maybe knocking him out, or at least devastating him. Okay, these guys are still not going. Not sure the Shadowhawk can really get into a position here, though. We jump very aggressively. But the question is, how much are we going to even be able to fire with that kind of aggression? I still think we go for it, because if we just focus on the Wolverine, the other ones won't really pay attention to us, and we'll kind of get away with it. Problem is just going to be the heat scale. We're in the jungle, which is going to make this worse, too. Medium laser off, SRM off. I say we turn 2 SRMs off. Kind of sucks, but we're going to go for the right torso, hopefully knocking it out. Because there's SRM ammo in there, and if we get an explosion, that would be pretty devastating to the enemy. Fortunately, we still got it. Oh, no, wait. No, we didn't. That sucks. Firestarter definitely is not going to be able to do anything here. Okay, so they didn't get vision. Otherwise, I think they would have done something. He's getting up. He's going to have a hard time moving because we've blown out his leg. He will probably respond to my attacks, though. And have full fire power to do so, because I was unfortunately unable to take out his right torso section. Continue to go after the Hatchman, which is kind of ideal because we had really good damage reduction and good evasion. Okay. Well, Stargazer's running really hot at this moment. But I feel like we can't really take our foot off the gas too much here, so I'm going to jump. And we're going to try knock out that same side. We are able to get away with a full salvo.
Firing all weapons.
Perfect. Dead.
Let's go.
Excellent. Alright, we're doing really well.
Troy.
We should be keeping an eye on the sensors, though, every so often, just to see where the rest... I think the rest of them are over here. So, if we can get rid of the vision that they have, I think we'd be in a good spot. The Hatchetmen may be able to come in with a rear strike. Again, I don't know if we have the heat to pull it off. But you're going to be the one in the best situation to do something like this, so... What is our thing gonna look like? So we're gonna only be able to fire with the AC-10, which I would rather fire than the medium lasers because it's gonna do more damage anyway. At this point, I definitely want to go with the precision strike. We're gonna turn off the medium lasers, and we're gonna go... I don't think we can take anything out here. There's the backup. Yeah, there's gonna be more drop-ins too, so this is gonna definitely gonna be dangerous. I think maybe we just start going after this right torso, because that's where the PPC is gonna be, and it's the biggest damage dealer. So,
On it.
yeah, I don't think we even hit him there. We hit him in the right arm, so that kind of works for us. Oh, I see what you're saying, Leo. Over here. Yeah. Okay. The two medium mechs, they're not really all that close, so we have plenty of time.
Commander?
Are you going to be able to attack the side of the... Yeah, okay. We're going to stay on that same side of the Vindicator, trying to knock out that arm.
I'm there.
Moving a little too far up with the Trebuchet because I'm still worried about the drop in here, but it is what it is. Oh, it was the leg that we hit. Alright, well,
Gotcha.
maybe we'll knock the leg out. There, we got it. So that guy's going to drop really far down in initiative, so we have a lot of
Critical
possibility
hit,
of knocking him
Commander.
out. That Trebuchet is going to be the problem, but it seems like the other medium mechs are going first. So the vision it's going to provide isn't going to be as dangerous because it will be the only thing that can take advantage of it.
I'm your spaniel.
I cannot afford to jump anymore, otherwise I'll overheat. So I am going to go ahead and just move to try and get a better position for a future turn. And we'll fire what we can at the Vindicator. I'm going to switch to the SRMs. We will go after that right torso, trying to knock it out. We did indeed get it, which is perfect. Now a lot of the damage potential of a Vindicator has been knocked out. Trebuchet is going to be a danger. It probably will be able to take a building out itself, so if it can get that vision. Yeah, it did. What size building is this? Medium? Still think it's going to go down. Oh, no, not quite. If it'd been able to get the lasers in there, it would have gone down. Okay, Vindicator's going to get up. Now it will be able to see that building, and it should have an LRM still, but it's going to instead focus on our Hatchet Man, which is what we kind of want it to do. Perfect.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Right. Oh, no more reinforcements have come. At this point, the Trebuchet is the more important target. Pretty sure. Yeah. I'm going to have to jump. We'll jump enough to get in there.
Jumping.
I don't know how much of a follow-up we're going to have here, but do what we can. Alright, so the ones that don't do as much damage are going to be turned off. Alright, that'll do. I will use Precision Strike here, though, as knocking this guy down in initiative is going to be pretty important.
Copy that.
Because we can do a good follow-up. Maybe knock him down.
Think I hit something good.
Yeah, so these guys will be able to start firing on the buildings if they're given vision that they could do anything with. So as a result, we have to keep hitting that Trebuchet
Standing by.
as much as possible. I might be able to jump into a position where I've got direct line of fire. Yeah, that's going to be the best situation because we can get the most damage output.
Lifting off.
And we're staying on the same side, which will continue to focus the damage, which is exactly what we want.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
Reporting critical hit.
So there's a good chance we knock this thing out. Or it's, yeah, unfortunately, they are going to take one building out, so we're not going to get that secondary objective. Oh, okay, it's still hanging on by a thread.
I live to serve.
Shoot. I cannot really get that good vision here. We're going to have to probably just make do with what we've got. Because if I keep jumping around, I'm not going to get much done. So I may not get the kill here.
Onward.
I'll do my best. We could try and finish him off with the... Yeah, not a lot of damage that we need. It just needs to land in the right place.
Here it comes.
Which it didn't. Oh no. There's another target we didn't know about. Thankfully, it did not have what it needed. I'm actually torn on what to do here.
For orders.
You know what? Oh yeah, the trebuchet hasn't gone yet. Shit. Well, it's what we got to do. So the Vindicator is going to have free reign to do whatever it wants to do. Maybe we jump away from it a bit. Question is, could we walk to there? Yeah, we could walk to there. We'll move away a little bit. Get some evasion. And I'm going to try and finish this thing off. I mean, if we attack the same side, it should go down. I'm going to turn on more weapons because we should be able to get away with that.
Here it comes.
There we go. That was overkill, but we need to get rid of that vision. Because otherwise they would be able to finish that building off.
Target neutralized.
Okay. So whatever mech is moving here, if it had missiles, it wouldn't be able to use them. Here comes the Vindicator. It should say its focus on our mechs. What we want. I think the
Systems holding.
Firestarter should be able to finish him off. Especially if we get good positioning. By moving here and attacking the same side that we've already done massive damage to. Full salvo. Should be enough damage to finish this guy off. I would think so. Because it's all going to be center torso hits. This is the damage transfer. Alright. Another lance down. We have 4 more rounds to go. The enemy is starting to get really close here. But I'm not sure there's a whole lot I can do about it. My mechs are kind of out of position. So, as a result, I think the best thing to do is reserve here. If they take out a building, they take out a building. There's not going to be a whole lot I can do about it, I don't think. I mean, maybe the Shadowhawk could get into position, but it's really hard to say. Looks like they may have the vision they need. That guy went up the hill. It's really hard to tell with the line of sight, though. Maybe they can see over the hill, maybe they can't. Looks like they didn't get that vision.
I'm here.
Well, we kind of need the vision. But I'm going to use Vigilance here to give me a little bit of an advantage. Perhaps. So I'm going to jump here. Give myself vision of all 3 of them.
Lifting off.
Then we'll kind of determine which target's the best one to hit. Oh boy. There's 4 of them. So there's a Wolverine, Centurion, a Hunchback 4P, and another Hunchback 4P. These are the ones with the medium lasers. We are going to use Vigilance here so we don't get absolutely annihilated next turn. This guy's got a lot of damage reduction, so he's going to be hard to do a whole lot against. I'm thinking the Wolverine is the best one to fire at. From accuracy and how much damage we can do. We're going to have to turn something off. An SRM-6? Yeah, that'll do it. We could also use a precision strike. Not sure how much that would help me.
Got it, Commander.
It's going to be kind of important to get positioning here. You should jump down, because that's what kind of the direction they're going to be going to. I really don't want to spread my shots, but we also want to grab the attention of these guys. By hitting them, we grab their attention. So let's go after the one that's the closest.
10-4.
Actually, you have less evasion, don't you? Only a difference of 5%. We're still going to go after the one with that's closest. You know what? Let's go ahead and get the precision strike here. We want the right torso for sure, because that's where all the firepower is. Ignore the fact that the missiles just warped through the the hill.
How's it going?
Okay. You unfortunately are not going to get in vision of anyone, so it's better if you just cool off for a bit.
I copy.
Alright. So we've already fired on this one and this one. So the right move is to fire... Oh, wait. Actually, no. It was this one, right? Which one did we fire on? That one. All right. We need to fire on a different one so that we keep their attention. So we could even multi-target here just to draw this guy's attention because he's not really a good target for us to fire at. I do have to keep in mind that I have to jump away, though. So you're going to be A and you're going to be B. I'm going to turn the laser completely off because I do need to jump away. We'll put the SRM-6 against B. That's going to be our target, like so. All right, fire away.
Got it, Commander.
This is going to do minimal damage, but the whole goal here is just to get them off the idea of attacking these buildings. Okay, we got a head hit. We're going to overheat if I jump there. Shoot. Like, I just don't have enough distance. I guess we could get in behind the hill. They could probably just crest the hill and get me, but...
Behold, I take flight.
Alright, Stargazer's not going to really be able to do a whole lot where they are, so we'll just reserve. They have to come to us. So the Wolverine couldn't see me, so it didn't really do a whole lot. We can't really see anyone either, so I think we just reserve through here. We may lose a building because of this, but... This is the only one we haven't gotten the attention of. But I don't think it will be able to see anything, and the fact that it's moving in the way it has. Our Shadowhawk is in kind of danger here. More than likely, the Hunchbacks, at least one of them, will be able to get vision. But we kind of want that to happen, because then we can really pick on that one. This is kind of the aggressive playstyle. Oh, okay, they didn't get vision of me.
Need something, Chief?
Okay. Not really sure this is a good move, because we're going to get at least hit by one mech. Wolverine moved first, though, and it may not be able to do a whole lot against us. Maybe if it jumps. Alright, what do we got? I was hoping that was the rear section, but the guy turned kind of oddly. Well, we've already done more damage to you anyway. I think we just stay on target with you. Also, you have less damage reduction.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay. Lawyer might be able to get on the back of that guy. No, not quite. Maybe with a jump. I have to, like, peek at it. Even with a jump, we're not able to get there, so... What about you? Can I hit the rear of you? No, you're facing towards me, so that's not likely going to happen. Alright, we'll just kind of continue to move here. And we'll just keep hitting this one. Try and focus him down. Granted, he's facing his side that is going to make it kind of hard to knock out his main weapon systems. But hey, we've chipped through his central torso. Okay. Now Stargazer.
Receiving you.
Stargazer may not be able to get in range. But what we can do is we can get closer so that he can do stuff later. So, go ahead and do that.
Affirmative.
Also give him a chance to cool off a bit.
Oh, it's on now.
Now, any more yeah, they have rebalanced this because we should have been getting hit with way more reinforcements than we did. So I'm glad to see that they rebalanced this because this mission used to be almost impossible with the way that it was before because you got way more reinforcements. I'm pretty sure the reinforcements had full armor in the past. This was just way more difficult to deal with. So this is actually a much easier mission than it used to be. You still have a lot more numbers to deal with, but it's much more doable. Okay, well, not really able to do a whole lot here.
Holding for tactical advantage.
We tried to grab as many of their attentions as we can. Hatchetman is definitely in danger. So we're probably going to want to move here because they're going to continue to target it. It has very little armor, so it is definitely threatened. What can we do? If we jump to here, we can still target. Not the mech I'd ideally want to target, though. I'd rather target something than nothing. Yeah, 4 evasion is going to be ideal, I think. Alright. Ugh, that chance to hit, too. Man, that is just not good. Oh, this mech should be the one that goes next. Maybe we can plan for that.
I'm ready.
Still running extremely hot here. Yeah, I don't really have a good solution.
Waiting for
Maybe
orders.
Lawyer just does her thing, and we kind of adapt from that. So... we definitely want to keep hitting this guy. We could precision strike him. Knock him down on initiative, but I don't think that's the right call yet. Must have been all areas we haven't hit yet. Oh, of course it was, because very little of it was... Here comes a Centurion. It did nothing. It's good. So I'm kind of torn between being more aggressive with the Hatchetmen and moving up, and being less aggressive. Like, we could get a rear shot on this guy. This guy's not my pilot, so what do I care if he dies? I don't think there's an objective for keeping him alive, so... jump down here, hit this guy in the rear with a precision strike. We might not have the heat to pull it off, but I'll do my best. I think we can get away with it. Right torso, again, is the right place to hit.
Firm.
Got him. That guy has very little weaponry now.
Critical hit, Commander.
So that's really what we want to have happen. I expect this to be a retaliation attack. Fortunately, it was just a medium laser, so we are fine so far. Alright, now we'll be able to do a whole lot more because that guy moved
Hey, wait your command.
right into striking range. Haven't all moved yet. I don't think it really benefits me one way or the other to not reserve here. I'm kind of tempted to do so. Because we can hit this guy regardless. So let's just reserve. Let's see what the other Hunchback does. More than likely it's going to retaliate. They should have a lot less firepower, so we're not as threatened. They will be able to retaliate again next turn, which will be a little bit more worrisome, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and come in here. Alternatively, we have Stargazer go in. The jump, because you'd have to. And hit him pretty hard. Can't get better accuracy than 80% because of the line of sight. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Burn through that evasion so that my follow-up attack is a little bit better. Okay. Now this should be pretty devastating.
Acknowledged.
Okay, fire away.
Acknowledged.
Got him. Alright, excellent.
That's a kill.
That was just sheer raw damage output. We hit him in every place other than where we really wanted to hit him, but it worked out in the end. Okay.
Standing by.
We're not hitting the rear. If we hit this rear, he might actually go down with that, but... let's go ahead and get this guy's attention with a precision strike. We'll go left torso section here.
Firing a full salvo.
Okay, and then jump away if we can. Sure can.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright, that should give our Yeah, good. That's exactly what I wanted. It's going to give our hatchman the opportunity to escape. Or at least get into a better position. As a matter of fact, I'm tempted to come in the rear here and hit this guy again. Good chance we get melee struck, but...
Let's get airborne.
we're going to have to turn some things off. Probably both medium lasers.
Copy that.
Got him. Alright.
Hostile eliminated.
That couldn't have been any luckier, I guess. We're going to focus down the Wolverine at this point, because it is the main threat. I'm going to start moving up, because I don't see a reason why not to.
Rolling.
Okay, and we definitely probably want a precision strike. Go after... You know, I'm tempted to hit the leg. Depends on how much health is it. Yeah, the leg is more damaged.
Copy that,
But if we can do that, I'll burn through all the evasion. Yeah, we got him. Excellent.
Bet that hurt.
And now we can follow up with the Shadow Hawk. Hopefully we have enough heat to get a good salvo off.
I await your command.
I'm gonna have to move pretty aggressively here. Okay. You do get a full salvo. Let's go after the other leg. It's very damaged. That would get us a kill.
Confirmed.
Fortunately, we did not get a kill. Alright, what are you gonna do, Wolverine? We didn't really reduce his firepower, unfortunately, so it is gonna have good retaliation. Or it will just fire a single medium laser and not have a good retaliation. Alright, we do need to do something against this. Oh, that's the last of them, Commander. Nicely done. Okay, we didn't manage to knock him out, but we would have if there was another turn or two. That's the last of them, Commander. Nicely done. This deployment has proven to be an excellent test of our new Battletech's combat abilities. It actually did quite well there. Yeah, indeed. And, boss, moving forward, let's keep our eyes open for another hatchman or three. I can think of so many things I can do with a chassis like that.
Mission successful.
No thanks, honestly. No thanks, Yang. They can keep their hatchetmen. A lot of bonuses here. It's good to see they rebalance that mission, because it was extremely difficult before. Good experience across the board. Alright, what do we want? Well, I would say either a crab or another Wolverine. I'd say the crab for diversity's sake. It's not like we're probably going to get one anyway. Let's see if there's any special weapon systems before we pick anything else here. Oh, there is indeed one. Probably pick that up, because why not? Just double check there's nothing else going on here. Yeah, let's pick that up as well. Anything else we get here is just icing on the cake. Okay, we got a bunch of junk. Oh, well. We got the special medium laser, so I'll take that. Alright. Now, we are a little bit on a clock because Heavy Metal is going to be coming out soon. And when that comes out, we are going to switch over to that. So this campaign will come to a close. So what I'd ideally like to do in these next couple days that we will... Oh, okay, we continue to have the text. Joint Venture 2. High orbit, that planet. Well done, Commander Gunner. Very well done indeed. And the Hatchetmen proved its worth admirably as well. I'm looking at telemetry from its combat computers now. The luminaries are the new at the new Avalon Institute of Science will be pleased. The hell of a machine. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of our own. In due time, perhaps, you may. I can make you no promises, of course, but I would very much enjoy it if such a mech were to find its way onto the Argo. Stranger things have happened. Alright, we'll be looking forward to that. Aye, Commander, that we will. Until then, I bid you good hunting and very fond farewell. Your job here is done. Okay, he disappears. Bet you 100 Seabells that Stieglitz Bradford wanted House Liao's troops to attack us at that base. I gave him a ready-made excuse to test his hatchetmen against a bunch of live targets. Sounds like the kind of thing he'd do, but you know what? I don't care. At the end of the day, we got paid for our efforts, and our client walked away happy. That's about the best resolution a company like ours could ask for, regardless of the graph's underlying motives. Damn right, Meyer. We did good on this one, so let's try not to overthink it. Back to your stations, everyone. Let's find some more trouble to get ourselves into. We will indeed. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright, we get a special PPC that does plus 10 damage. That is a welcome addition. Get a couple of heavy mech parts that we really kind of don't need or want. Extra melee damage. I tend not to use these because they tend to be fairly heavy. A rangefinder. These are decent enough. Fire starter part. I could always do with one of those. Ooh. Bunch of special weapons. All of them have accuracy, though. Not really damage, which is what I like to see. And we got a replacement gyro for the one we lost. Alright, cool. Got 26 relations with the House Steiner. Alright. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do here is see if we have anything we want to do with our mechs, and then we're going to move on. As far as where we're going to move on, let's see the time scale for that so we know how much time we have. We're going to move right on to this next flashpoint. So this one is only 14 days away. It is probably a special one. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to have going on here, but we've got a short engagement length, no consecutive deployments. There's a cash prize of 1 million C-bills, so that's nice. Your deeds on the field of battle have earned you an invitation to my Tournament of Champions. Join us and take your place in the arena against Superfree's fiercest warriors. Alright, so just kind of a tournament style thing. I don't really know what the stipulations of that are going to be, but we are limited to medium mechs, so that is definitely a requirement. Alright, well, we do need to repair the Wolverine. Pretty simple repair for that. Before I do that repair, do we want to upgrade its systems? Because we may have those upgrades with various parts. So that's probably what we're going to focus our attention on. Let's do a refit instead of a repair. We couldn't fit the gyro in, so that's out of the question. Is there any other system that we would benefit from? We do have a plus damage medium laser. It's going to be kind of hard to get something better than that. Yeah, so there's not going to be anything better than that. Missile systems. Do we have any better missile systems to stick in here? No, we do not. It may indeed be... I could just move his heatsink, perhaps, or two. Put in the gyro, which gives us extra defense. Yeah, that might be a good call. We just move the heatsink somewhere else. Maybe one there, one there. This is what, 3 slots? Yeah, put that there. That'll do. It's only 2 days, and we're already modifying this thing, so I see no problem with that. So go ahead and confirm that. Oh, wait. Forgot to repair. There you go. There, now we should be good.
On it. I'll let you know when it's done.
I also want to refit the fire starter. Put that rangefinder in it. This always goes in the head, only takes up 1 slot, but it weighs nothing, and it gives us 50 extra meters of vision. And our scout is always going to be in this mech, so when we're using it, of course. So yeah, we'll go ahead and confirm that as well. That'll take a day.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Well, we've already covered we don't have any better medium lasers or missile systems. So there's no point in refitting the Shadowhawk. Let's take a look at our components. Did we get a better LRM-20, perhaps? No, we didn't. Yeah, I'm not really sure there's another mech that we really need to modify. Go out of our way to modify. No, I think we're good. Let's take a quick look at the store before we move on. Just make sure we're not missing out on anything. Doesn't appear that we are. Alright. And let's move on. Let's go to this tournament. Let's see how that goes. I do want to check on my barracks, though. How long is that injury going to affect my pilot? 14 days. Oh, so that's perfect. Alright. Now, if it's a matter of using only one mech and the best pilot we can, then that would not be my pilot. It'd probably be Freak. I think Freak is our best pilot at the moment. And I think the Wolverine is our best mech. That's kind of a little bit of... Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, let's go ahead and pick that location. Go there. Move travel.
Calculating course now, Commander.
This is gonna hurt or help our reputation with anybody, I don't think. It didn't look like it was going to. Action against our interests are earning you a powerful enemy, Commander. Continue to impede Capellan operations in this region. You may pay the cost. View your faction, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, we're making the Capellans not like us. I mean, we're not going to like... The Capellans aren't going to like us once we ally to House Merrick anyway, because I'm fairly certain they are enemies. I could double check on that. Usually, a house is going to be enemies with whoever's nearby, yeah. The Capellans, House Steiner, and the Pirates will hate me after making that choice. You know, House Merrick might actually be one of the factions that has the least enemies. That might indeed be true. Capellans are the ones that have the most enemies. Ooh, Tarians may have even more than that. They're probably equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then we have the Pirates who hate everybody. These guys only have 4 enemies. Yeah, so indeed, 3 enemies and one of them's Pirates. So really only 2 enemies. So this isn't bad from that standpoint of leaving yourself open to more contracts. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that travel then. Oh, it's 13 days. I could have swore it said 14 days before. Oh well.
By your command.
You can always wait a day. That's not a big deal. Game? Oh, it's paused for some reason. I didn't do anything to pause it.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
The only reason you'd want to ally with the Pirates, I mean, I don't know if there's a reason to ally with the Pirates. I don't think that you can buy anything from them, but there is a thing with a black market, but I don't think you have to be allied with them to do it. You just have to have them not absolutely hate your guts, and you can get access to the black market. It's the main thing that the Pirates have for you. But yeah, I don't know why you'd want to ally with them. I'm not even sure you can. In theory, there was a button, probably, right? You'd really have to go out of your way to get the Pirates to like you. Especially as they're the enemies most of the time. Alright. All our work orders are done. That's fine. Okay, now we do get there at the same time. There could be an achievement. I don't know. There's some hidden achievements that I don't really know about. So there could be an achievement. Actually, there might be an open achievement. There's achievements for a lot of the alliances. I just haven't really looked at them. So there may be one that's more like obvious too. But there's hidden achievements and ones that they tell you how to get them more or less. Just like a lot of games. Okay, poker night. Oh, it's just poker night. Darius is prowling outside your quarters as you return after dinner. Poker night. Darius first insisted because he said it would help keep his skills sharp. He doesn't always win, so perhaps he's right. It's usually the senior staff he ropes into playing, although occasionally some other lucky crew member or guest is invited to the table. But you're the boss. He can't make you play. You can pass on the game, play casually, play to win, or manipulate the game. We're going to play casually. This is just a friendly game, Darius intones as he shuffles the deck. And thank God for that, Yang clinks his amber grist vermouth. Hopefully I said that right. With your cup and looks at his hand. His eyes widen immediately. Ah, poker night. You keep an eye on your cards, but soon you're pulled into a conversation with Yang about the rarity of functional quad mechs. Quad mechs being mechs with 4 legs as opposed to 2 legs and 2 arms. Darius is displeased at how lightly you're taking the game, but it's not clear why until Yang notices the pile of chips he's been absolutely collecting all night. Wow, says Yang, I guess I got lucky tonight. Mirai taps her own small stack of chips. We're all lucky. If Darius had the cards you were just flashing around, we'd owe him our shirts. So we get 1 tech point because we were able to talk to Yang, and Yang came away with a little bit of money. It's only 7 days, and I'm pretty sure we don't get there. Oh, no, we do get there in 7 days, so that will be relevant. All right.
Hey, boss. We've just
Let's see what upgrades we got. All right, so we're working our way through. I guess it's time to get a med bay upgrade. It's going to be kind of expensive, but we have the money.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
All right. So I am curious how this particular mission is going to go. I've never done this mission. I didn't get really to experience a lot of the flashpoints, so there's still a lot of them are still new to me. Like that one we just did, I'd done before, so that one I remembered pretty well. Especially it was kind of a pain in the ass with when the flashpoints first came out. Yeah, we're not gonna do this just yet. Instead, we're going to take a look at the store. Ooh, we can straight up buy a Banshee. Of course, we can't afford it, but good in theory. Yeah, it's not really. That's the only special system it seems. Yeah, nothing really jumping out here as being excellent or needed. So let's go to our Mecha Warriors, get them up in experience. Again, we don't know how many pilots we're going to be using. We'll assume that it's going to be a full lance, but it may just be one pilot. All right, what is leveling this up to? Gives more melee-based hit chance and unsteady threshold. Okay. The overheat threshold is what I'm really looking for because we clearly have a problem with that. So that is what we've been kind of working towards. So we'll go ahead and get that. Now we know it's at that level, so that's good to know. So confirm.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Okay, lawyer.
I'm here.
What do you get here? Ooh, called shot mastery. We definitely need that. So that's going to be the other thing we get. So at this level is the level you get kind of maxed out stuff. All right, good to know. The called shot mastery.
Training complete.
We ideally want that with most of my mechs, but for now, I kind of want you to work up to that too, because your mech as well kind of needs it. So we're going to go towards that as well.
Mech warrior.
Then finally,
complete.
Stargazer.
How's it going?
It says short engagement. I expect it to only be one mission, and there's no consecutive deployments as far as I remember. We'll get a confirmation on that, so there's no reason to put points into my other pilots. Good, we get more overheat threshold. That will really help.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Okay, let's get a confirmation now that we've got our primary pilots set up. Yeah, no consecutive deployments, so this might only be one mission. All right, let's go ahead and begin. It's only 2 Scholar. Tournament of Champions. Commander Gunner. Very good. I was hoping that you'd accept my invitation. I am Professor Mencius Horvat, and you are to be congratulated. Only the most celebrated of mercenary companies are allowed to participate in my Tournament of Champions. Yeah, thanks. Remind me what we stand to gain by winning this again? Never mind that. I want to know what he's wearing. That is seriously bold look, Professor. What? I don't even know what I'm seeing here. He looks like he's dressed like a wild man. What are you seeing, Mr. Vertanen? Is the hide of a black reaper, a savage beast, the apex predator of Yance 1, and a killer of men. I put an end to this one myself, tracked it for days, stalked it, and lanced it through the heart with a single thrust. The hide is thick as rubber, as soft as a lover's caress. The fur is as luxuriant as it is fragrant. Indeed, this coat is absolutely pregnant with the beast's indelible musk. That sounds lovely. I'm suddenly overjoyed that we aren't speaking to you in person. Now let's get back to that prize purse. How big is it? 1 million C-bills, winner take all. Of course, that means that there will be no intermediary payouts. Eliminated competitors will walk away with nothing, assuming they walk away at all. Arena combat is rich with peril. It can easily swallow the unwary. Peril doesn't scare me. We can handle whatever you throw at us. So you say, for now. We'll see if you sing a different tune when you're scraping a prized mech warrior out of a ruined cockpit. Red Death and the arena floor are constant companions. Wow, he's really selling this, isn't he? But if you speak truly, if you are a hunter of men, you will find much love in my tournament. For those bold enough to follow our rarefied path, risk is what gives life its flavor, its succulence. Do you salivate at the thought of victory, Commander? Does the prospect of taking all comers and breaking them make your heart hammer in your chest? Man, this guy is weird. Not particularly, but the million C-bills sounds good. Spoken like a true mercenary. If profit is what drives you, I won't ask you to pretend otherwise. Indeed, I encourage you to look on your opponents as speed bumps on the road to prosperity. Pave them flat and claim the reward that is your due. What are the rules for this tourney of yours? Are there drop weight restrictions, tonnage requirements? The Tournament of Champions has no need for such guidelines. In fact, your battle mechs won't be required at all. To ensure a level playing field, I insist that all competitors pilot hardware drawn from my own stable. Stock mechs, bereft of embellishment or modification. Oh, interesting. And if we prefer to use our own mechs, then you'll be disappointed, I'm afraid. That is the rule to... this rule is inviolable. That's not a word I am very familiar with, but all right, there you go. Should you attempt to deploy your own battle mechs while the tournament is in session, your lives will be forfeit. My enforcer, the man monster Calamar Gigante, will tear you apart. Okay then. Man monster, wow. Anyone else get a little shiver just now? Because I did. Oh, there he is. So long as you honor my master's rules, you have nothing to fear from me. But if you step out of line, I will wrap you in my terrible grasp and squeeze the life from your chest. I won't stop until I've ground your bones to mulch, for that is the crushing power of Calamar Gigante. Wow, I like this guy. He isn't exaggerating, Commander. I once saw Gigante strangle a man and his horse at the same time. Okay, people are still riding around on horses, I guess. Enough talk. Actually, that is something that goes on some planets, but in any case. You know the stakes and you understand the risks. Now it's time to make a decision. Accept my contract and I will test your mech warriors in a crucible of blood and thunder. Join us if you dare. The Tournament of Champions awaits! I'm fine with stock mechs. Professor Horvat's image disappears as the comm connection is cut. I mean, obviously, if they're crappy mechs, I'm not going to be as happy, but... Well, that was something. Was it just me, or did anyone else get the impression that the professor had a romantic interest in his coat? It wasn't just you, but if this contest is legit, we stand to win a lot of money, and because Horvat's interest on supplying the hardware, insisting on supplying the hardware, we won't even have to put our own mechs on the line. A lot of what we stand to gain, who cares if our host is a little eccentric? Well, we have our pilots to lose, but... I guess if we don't care about the meat, then who cares? Nobody, I guess. I'll get our mech warriors ready. Let's go win ourselves a tournament. We can do it! And if we can't do it, nobody can! Now, I may be forced to use a heavy mech. I very much apologize. It's not up to me. I guess I could just, like, not use that mech if I really want to tie a hand behind my back. It's only a 2 scholars, so typically that would not be heavy mechs, but you don't know. Alright, guys. So, there is no reward unless we win. So, welcome to my tournament, Commander. Here you approve your medal against the Periphery's fiercest champions. Today, our mech warriors will demonstrate their worth using only the simplest of tools. The UMR-60 Urban Mech. Like a huntsman's spear, it is an instrument with a single purpose. Wield it skillfully and ascend into triumph. I hate the Urban Mech. I hate the Urban Mech. It is my least favorite mech. I hate it. This sucks already. An Urby is basically a walking dustbin. You can say that again. With a mounted AC-10. That autocannon packs a hell of a punch, but it's got only 8 shots. So in other words, we gotta get incredibly lucky. Keep an eye on those ammo counters, mouse. Oh boy. What am I getting involved in? Alright. We've got 4 urban mechs. I'm overjoyed. Alright, give me a second while I appoint my mechs. I honestly think the best move here is to actually have Pyramid rather than Lawyer. Unfortunately, does that mean I cannot go back and assign him points? Because he has experience. I did not deploy. I should be able to go back. Yeah, I should be able to go back. Okay, good. Yeah. Pyramid is the right call, I think, on this one. Because he has the proper skills. If my enemy has nothing but urban mechs, I don't know if that's true, but if my enemy has nothing but urban mechs, having a sensor lock is actually going to be better than having breaching shot and this other stuff. because we can sensor lock enemies, make them easy targets, and then use the AC-10 to its best advantage. What we do give up with Lawyer is Lawyer could punch through any damage reduction they have. She's also the best gunner that I have, so those shots are more likely going to land. But we could also use Pyramid's maneuverability to jump in. We get in behind a building. We jump over the building, we attack, and then next turn, we attack again, and then jump back over the building. I mean, that would be the strategy I think I'd put in place. Oh, he doesn't have enough experience to get him higher anyway. So we use him. He has pretty poor gunnery skill. But he has the skills that we need. Let me think about this. In one hand, better accuracy. Being able to punch through any damage reduction. On the other, being able to sensor lock and make these guys lose a lot of their damage reduction. Also, he's able to get a lot of evasion himself. Granted, urban mechs cannot move all that far, so I don't know exactly how far we're going to be able to push that. They're very slow mechs. They do have jump jets, so that does help a little bit. I honestly think the right move is to use Lawyer here. I don't know, though. I'm torn on this one. The advantage of using Pyramid is we can focus down one enemy mech. Let's say they get 4 evasion. We sensor lock them twice, no evasion, and then my 2 other mechs are able to focus fire on that urban mech and do pretty good damage. So that's why I want to use him. And I think that's the right call. So I'm going to go with my gut on this one. I think that's the right call. And we're going to want to go to contract. That's what my gut says. It might not be the right thing to do, but my gut says to do that. You there. I'm just worried about his bad accuracy, but he's got good piloting skill, and when it comes down to it, an urban mech does have a small laser, so we could be using melee combat if he whiffs too much. All right, this is what we're going to do.